I went to a place called the Salt and Pepper Diner with my best friend John. We walk in to the diner one day, and they had a jukebox there, okay? And the jukebox was 3 plays for $1. So we put in $7 and selected 21 plays of Tom Jones's What's New Pussycat. And then we ordered and waited. Here's the thing about when What's New Pussycat plays over and over and over and over and over again. The second time it plays, your immediate thought is not, hey, someone's playing What's New Pussycat again. It's, hey, What's New Pussycat is a lot longer than I first thought. The third time it plays, you're thinking, maybe someone's playing What's New Pussycat again. The fourth time it plays, you're either thinking, whoa, someone just played What's New Pussycat 4 times, or at least someone played it twice, and it's a really long song. So the 5th time is the kicker, all right? Now, John and I, we're watching the entire diner at this point, all right? Most people have gotten wind as to what's going on. And we're staring at this one guy, and he's sitting in like a booth with his stupid kids jumping around, and he's like staring at his coffee cup like this, and he's been onto us since the beginning. And he's sitting there, and his hand is shaking. He had this look on his face like he had just gotten his 30-day chip from anger management. And he's staring like this, and the 4th song fades out. It's dead quiet. And then, I don't know if you know this, but the song begins very quietly. Wah, wah, What's New Pussycat? And he goes, God damn it! And pounds on the table. And silverware flies everywhere. And it was fantastic. But a word about my best friend John and what a genius he was. Because when we first walked into the diner, okay? When we first got there, and I'm punching in the What's New Pussycats, all right? I've punched in like 7 at this point. And then John says to me, hey. Before you punch in another What's New Pussycat, let's drop in 1. It's not unusual. Oh, yes. That is when the afternoon went from good to great. After 7 What's New Pussycats in a row, it played 7 times. Suddenly, dum, da-dum, not unusual, and the sigh of relief that swept through the diner. People were so happy. It was like the liberation of France. You know, for years, scientists have wondered, can you make grown men and women weep tears of joy by playing Tom Jones's It's Not Unusual? And the answer is yes, you can, provided that it is preceded by 7 What's New Pussycats. It's true. Dead honest. And on the other hand, when we went back, holy It's Not Unusual fades out. It's dead quiet. Wow, wow, What's New Pussycat? People went insane. People went out of their minds. No one could handle it. No one could handle it. And they were surrounded by this seemingly indifferent staff that was just like, yeah, same crap as always. They unplugged the jukebox after 11 plays, and that was the best meal I've ever had.
I have a cousin that lives near me, and he has 2 girls the same age, 6 and 3. These girls show up, and they're like, We would like to color. I go, please. And then they sit down and they fucking color. Where are my boys? Are they in the house? Are they on the house? Are they on? Oh, they're on the street. Fantastic. My 6-year-old, he goes, what would you do if a bad guy took your stuff? I would ask him to give it back. I don't know. He goes, I would get a sword. I would cut him into pieces. And I'll put the pieces in the mailbox. What are you doing with the mailbox, Dahmer? He goes, you know, Grandpa liked a full bush. I go, hey. Did he call you? How do you know that?
If you don't know what ketamine is, you probably did it accidentally once if you're a cokehead. Yeah. You'll be doing coke all night, you'll do one bump, you'll be like, whoa, this is not cocaine. Also, am I gay?
I had to start taking something at night because I was having nightmares as an adult, which is like when you get braces at 40, everybody's like, you're still doing that? It's like, yeah, I guess. It was embarrassing. And nightmares as an adult are so much worse than nightmares as a kid. So much worse. A lot of things are worse as an adult. I think we know that. Have you guys tried to give yourselves an adult pep talk lately? Yeah, it is laughable. It's impossible. You can pep yourself up when you're a kid because you still believe in stuff like Santa and magic and the government. Like, you still think there are forces at work for you, so you can shadow box in the bathroom mirror like, you're gonna do it because you're great and I believe in you. And as an adult, you're just leaning on that sink like, you're gonna do it because what other goddamn choice do you have?
You will never see an Indian person committing a crazy crime. Like, when was the last time you heard of Indians robbing a bank? Look, everybody, oh, I can't remember, bro. Because it doesn't happen. First of all, Indian people are so nice and they're so sweet. I can't see it. You know, you're going to rob a bank. You need authority. You need to come in there, guns blazing. I said, get your ass on the ground now. I can't imagine. Would you please take the money? Why are you laughing? I am talking to you. Forget this. I am out of here. I don't need this. He gets in the car. His partner's waiting for him. Did you get the money? They would not give me the money. Did you show them the gun? I showed them the gun. We better leave. They're going to call the police. They're still laughing. Where did you get the computer? They thought I was tech support.
Would you like a black iPhone or would you like a white iPhone? I said, well, you know, Martine and I have the same color iPhone. I said, we both have a white one. So I says, just so we don't have the confusion of always grabbing each other's phones, I said, Martine, would you mind getting a black iPhone? He goes, yeah, but does the black iPhone have Siri? And I'm like, what kind of a question is that? Why wouldn't the black iPhone have Siri, right? And then I started thinking, can you imagine if a black iPhone was really a black iPhone? You know, Martine gets in the car. Ding, ding. Siri, what's the temperature outside? Why don't you stick your head out the window? Ding, ding. Siri, talk dirty to me. You better not pee on me.
Do you think we overreacted to COVID-19? Yeah, a lot of the survivors think so. Yeah, a lot of the survivors think we overreacted, but I think if you could do a survey of the dead, they would say we could have done more.
You know, all last year, I was touring with arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, living comedian, Chris Rock. Me and him toured all year last year. And right before that tour started, Chris was involved in what we blacks might even consider a goddamn 9/11. Chris got slapped in the face at the Oscars by Will Smith, which was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. In fact, if you watched it live on television like I did, when it happened, I thought it was fake. I did. And I wasn't sure. So, you know what I did? I waited. Because I'm like you, I know Chris. I waited like 30, 40 minutes, as long as it would take him to get to another party. And I called him on FaceTime. And he picked up. As soon as he picked up, he said, "You was the only nigga I had to answer the phone for." Apparently, Obama and Oprah, everybody had called this to see if everything was all right. And I thought it was fake. I didn't know. So I asked him, I go, well, you know. He said, "What?" I said, "Well, did it hurt?" And he said, "Yes, it hurt." And then I knew that it was real. And then, and only then, was I offended. And I wasn't just offended that he got slapped. That was only half of it. The real offensive part was that after they slapped him, this Will just sat down and enjoyed the rest of his evening. It was crazy. It was just...